8763.
So we are joined by Crystal Walters, the team manager of the Reggae Girlz. Let's talk a little bit about yourself now in terms of your background and footballing side of things. You know, where did you grow up and was football a part of your life when you were a little girl?
Well, I'm from the first free village in Jamaica, which is Sligoville. Football was never a part of my lifestyle growing up. Track and field was none of my family members is athletic though, but track and field was a main part of me coming up.
And in terms of the football side of things, when did you say you first were introduced to the game?
Well, I was first introduced to football in third form, that is grade 9. After track and field training, I think one of the ladies kicked the ball and I sprinted to it. The coach saw that and he was amazed because naturally that's one of the ability they want to see of us of a forward. So the natural ability to sprint, that's one of the attributes, and he drawn to me and asked me if I would be interested in playing football and stuff. And I took the opportunity and went to training and stuff, and it was just amazing love and passion for the sport.
And at that age, would you say there was a role model that you looked up to in football growing up?
Well, in football coming up, in high school, I admire Jody at St. Diego High, short Jody. She wore the number 10 for St. Diego at the time, and it was just amazing talent there. Every game, the supporters, the love from the support shown from the supporters to her, that was just amazing for me locally, Jody. And then Khadija Shaw, she was another inspiration at a young age, was gifted and stuff, and I admire that, I looked up to that, and it just pushed me, to go for more in the sports and to see where it bring me.
And now a little bit about that journey after high school, entering university. What was that journey for you in terms of balancing on the pitch, off the pitch, classroom, coursework, exams, everything?
I must say, I can't pretend on this one, Simon, but it can be really, really difficult balancing schoolwork. I've had times where failures, I've had times where naturally I break down, I've had times where, I have to pull it together. But one important thing that athletes, footballers or track and field athletes have to understand is that in order to balance these, it comes with great balance, it comes with great discipline and focus. You have to maintain focus once you're an athlete to just matriculate or just to be successful in all these areas, because it's not just athletics, but it's just to have these credentials behind it and stuff in case of an injury or anything. So it was important for me to maintain focus. And even now, it's my drive, this is my drive, to just explore the option of, going for greater things, going for more, because there's so much more beyond the field. There's so much more beyond, just saying I'm a footballer or just saying that I'm a track and field person.
Now, in terms of, young persons today, what advice you would give to them, young girls who want to pursue a sport professionally, football professionally, and perhaps want to balance the academics as well, like what you did?
Well, for young girls, even young boys watching, I must say, whether you're playing for a school, whether you're playing for university, whether you're playing for the country, you have to remember that crest on the left. You have to respect it. You have to respect yourself. And you just have to be mindful and remember that each time you step a foot out there, whether on the track, whether on the field, whether on the court, you just have to remember that you're representing yourself, and you have to show true representation of yourself, to excel so persons can see it, because you never know who is watching.
And as you know, life is so unpredictable and unexpected things happen. How did your life journey take you towards the Jamaica Football Federation?
Well, I must give credit to our late G. Nelson. I remember my first call up, and that's still one of my biggest moments. I was at the Shortwood Teachers College at the time in my dorm, and it was an early morning. They came, and I had to rush, put myself together to go to training down by the Constant Spring football field. And that was where the journey started for that 2019 World Cup qualifier, the preparation towards that in 2018. That was where my journey really started with the Jamaica Football Federation in terms of being a player and then lending support to Miss Nelson during the camp period. And initially, she was the one reached out to the Sports Development Foundation, in bringing me on board and stuff. And I must give credit to the Jamaica Football Federation with open arms. They allowed me the privilege as an intern to, started my summer proceedings there and, to just develop as a young person administratively. I must give credit to them because at a young age in college and stuff, most companies, it's very hard to get the opportunity to excel in certain areas. So I must give them credit. And that's where it started with Jean Nelson assisting. So I was always behind the scene, whether paperwork, whichever area that she needed my support, I was there.
A lot of players refer to her as an auntie, but how close were you towards her?
She was a mother. She was a second mom. I must say she was a second mom. She was a confidant. She was that person there for everyone. When you need her, she's there. Doesn't matter how small, you can confide in her. And I must say she's truly missed. And I look back and it's just for me wanting to do better. I can't fill that shoes, but I can't be me. I can just naturally be me and just improve whatever areas, my support is needed for these ladies because I'm young, just 28, going 29. So I'm young, so whatever areas, it's a development process for me, but going forward with young girls coming in, players going out, it's just for me to come, work hard, and to be the best that they want.
And how did you feel when you got the news or were given the opportunity to be team manager of the Reggae Girlz?
I must say that came in a time where I was really out of it, Simon. I was really out of it because during that time we had just break for the under 17 and 20 camp. And after heading home, I heard that my mom was in the hospital, and so weeks of that, like a week of that going, having to deal with that after a camp and stuff, and then getting the call, be prepared, because I got the call before the 1st of January, and I was like, the time is just the moment that it came, a moment where I was so broken or so sad or in a mood, in a frame of mind where it probably you could say it was hard to get out of without something like this. So I think it came at the right time. Couldn't have come any other time more than that time where I could look at something joyful, something happy, because there's no way I could go back to playing after a long break without the Women's Premier League in Jamaica locally. So it came at the right time, and I'm so grateful for it. Still grateful for it, will forever be grateful for it, and I can only excel from here.
And so far, how would you say the journey has been for you in this capacity?
Well, the journey, I won't say smooth, because if it's smooth, you're not doing something right. If it's smooth right throughout, you're not doing something right. But the journey have been good. There are moments, uphill tasks, but I welcome the challenges. I take them on with grace, and I press on, and I just be the best that I can be.
And what was the experience like going to New Zealand for the World Cup draw with the coaching staff and also Earl Bailey as well, in terms of going to the draw, the experience as a whole, and also finding out Jamaica's group for the World Cup?
Well, that trip, you see us smiling, that trip was amazing. I was so happy with that opportunity. I anticipated it for a good while, and I must say it was a fulfilling one, a very joyful one. It was amazing because naturally my personality, having Coach Lauren, having Earl Bailey there, in the midst of everything, we had a wonderful time there. Meeting new persons from different countries and stuff. It was amazing. The seminars, it was a learning experience for me. I accepted it with grace. I learned new things. I get a bit of a different feel of this management role. And going forward, it's a lot. It's a lot going forward with this World Cup journey, but with open arms, I accept it. And I press on because these ladies deserve the best and they deserve quality. So in whatever areas I can perfect my tasks, my areas, my management role, well then I'm pressing on.
And you've played the game as well, so what would be your thoughts about the current makeup of our squad, the quality that we have, the balance of the current team that we have right now?
I must say this is the best, the best setup because we have a mixture of young, we have a mixture of talent playing out, we have a mixture of experience coming out, and not to mention the mixture of players qualifying for the 2019 World Cup, which would provide them with that additional experience or that understanding of what it takes to press on, what it takes to reach the next stage of the World Cup, because we're not going for just the first round. Yeah, person said it's a difficult group that we are drawn in, but all the groups are difficult and we've heard it before, so we can only press on here.
Indeed, and everyone knows that a team manager of any national team, their responsibilities and duties is very long. Sometimes you probably get 2-3 hours sleep every night. So how is the preparation going ahead of that tournament next year in another 6-7 months from now?
We're still in that preparation phase, and I must say it takes a lot. It takes away your sleep. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. It takes your dedication. So just as though you are dedicated to the sport on the pitch, you have to be dedicated administratively and have to be mindful that I can't make that error. I can't afford for that to go wrong, but I have to perfect it. I have to get it right. And where there's error, where there's room, you seek assistance for some things.
And finally, Crystal, what would your advice be to young persons today who want to achieve but might feel a bit restricted based on the environment that they are currently in?
Well, let me say I'm really happy for this question because most time young persons probably give up easily on what they want to pursue or what they hope to accomplish or what they want in life. But never you let fear, never you let negative energy, never you let nothing hinder you from going after what you set out to accomplish. Go after it and just remember you as a person, love yourself first. Go after that goal, go after that, whether you're a footballer, whether you're a track and field athlete, whether you're a netballer, go after that goal. It doesn't stop here.
Crystal Walters, thank you very much for your time and continue doing the great work that you have been with the Reggae Girlz.
Thank you so much, Simon.